Close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and let it out gently. Let your shoulders relax. Let the air feel light around you. If you're wearing headphones, adjust them gently and let their comfort cradle your ears. Let your body soften, let your thoughts slow down, because tonight we're going far back in time, to the soft warmth of the Egyptian sun and the peaceful life of a farmer beside the Nile. The air is still, only broken by the rustle of tall papyrus and the hush of flowing river water. It is early morning. You can feel the gentle golden light touching your skin. The day is just beginning, and the earth feels alive beneath your feet. You stand beside a simple mud brick home, the kind passed down through generations. Its earthen walls hold the breath of many mornings like this one. A clay pot of water sits near the doorway. You lift it, feel its cool weight, and pour some into a shallow stone bowl. Birds flutter nearby, their soft chirps adding texture to the silence. The world is awake, but it hasn't rushed into movement yet. Everything is calm. You walk through a narrow path bordered by barley fields. The grain sways lightly in the breeze, their tips catching the early sun like golden threads. You run your hand over them as you walk. Their touch is dry and soft, like time slipping slowly through your fingers. In the distance you hear the soft calls of workers and the faint thump of oxen hooves against the earth. Your bare feet step through cool patches of soil, and you can smell the dampness of freshly turned earth. Beside the canal, 2 oxen are yoked together, pulling a wooden plow. Their pace is slow and steady. A young boy walks behind, guiding them with patience. The water in the canal glimmers under the sunlight. You watch as a small wave kisses the edge and slips away again. In the shade of a palm, a small group of women sit weaving baskets. They hum gently, lost in their rhythm. You hear their laughter now and then, soft and warm, like the breeze. There is no rush, no noise, only the slow pulse of life moving in harmony. You move toward the fields, where irrigation channels snake through the land like thoughtful veins. The Nile has been generous this year. The soil is dark, rich, soft under your toes. You kneel, plant a small shoot of flax into the ground, and press the earth around it. Your hands feel strong. Your back stretches slowly. Everything is at peace. Nearby, a fig tree offers shade. You walk beneath it, pluck a ripe fig, and taste the sweetness. It melts into your mouth, gentle and earthy. A clay jug of milk is shared among friends. You drink slowly, savoring its coolness. There is laughter, quiet stories told in calm voices, and long pauses filled with contentment. As the sun climbs, you feel its warmth deepen. A soft cloth wraps around your head, shielding you. The sweat on your skin cools with each breeze. There is music in the distance, a flute. The notes drift lazily across the fields, light as cotton, and settle in your chest like comfort. Time does not hurry here. The sun moves slowly across the sky. The fields whisper, the palms sway, and the distant mountains stand like old guardians, watching without need to speak. You sit for a while on a flat stone, you close your eyes. You breathe in the scent of grass and warm stone. You hear the Nile's distant murmur and the soft rustle of linen as a friend walks by. You let your breath slow to match the earth. A soft breeze brushes your cheeks, cool and kind. You can hear the faint flap of linen sails on the river, boats passing silently by. Farmers wave from the distance. You raise your hand in return. Even the wind feels familiar. Someone offers you a piece of flatbread with honey. You chew slowly. The bread is soft, the honey light and golden. It tastes like the sun melted onto your tongue. It fills you with calm. There is no hunger, only satisfaction. The shade stretches longer now. Afternoon arrives with golden light and soft sighs of leaves. Children chase each other by the riverbank. Their laughter is soft and playful. A dog lies in the sun, half asleep, its ears twitching lazily. You lie down beneath a tamarisk tree. The leaves whisper above you. Your head rests on a bundle of linen. The ground is warm, but not hot. You feel it cradle you like a memory. You feel the day around you, steady and gentle. A woman sings in the distance. Her voice is low and sweet. She sings of the river, of the harvest, of the moon rising slow above the palm trees. You don't need to understand the words. The tune carries its meaning. It is love, it is peace, it is enough. You let your eyes close. The world keeps moving around you, but gently now, softly. The wind carries away the dust. The sun softens. The earth exhales. Everything around you breathes together. You are not alone. You are part of this rhythm, this slow, endless rhythm of sun and river, of soil and hands, of breath and silence. There is no need to worry. The fields are watered. The family is safe. The day has been good. The night will come gently. You listen to the quiet song of a life well lived. You feel the soil beneath you, the breeze around you, and the pulse of peace inside you. And now you rest, here in the land of the Nile, in peace and sleep. The sun had not yet climbed above the distant line of date palms, but the soft, honey-colored glow of dawn began to wash over the land like warm water flowing gently across the skin. The farmer's home, made of simple mud brick and straw, was already stirring with life, though everything moved slowly, calmly, like a deep breath taken in silence. You are still resting, your back against a smooth, cool wall. The scent of the air is earthy and mild. Somewhere in the distance you can hear the low, gentle hum of insects awakening. There is no rush, no clamor, only the quiet rhythm of early life by the Nile. Outside, a clay pot leans against a tree stump, collecting dew. The morning haze curls like soft smoke across the thatched roofs. The birds begin to sing, not in bursts, but in gentle, repeated tones, melodies that seem to cradle the soul. You stretch your arms slowly, your hands still dusty from the day before. You are a farmer, and this land is your rhythm. You know the sun, the seasons, the sound of water and reeds, the silent company of stars above the desert. You breathe all of it in, deeply, peacefully. Breakfast is small, warm, and comforting. Flat bread cooked on hot stones, soft goat cheese wrapped in leaves, and a sip of cool, clay-stored water. Your wife hums softly as she prepares it, her voice like the rustle of linen in the breeze. She smiles, and your heart feels light, still untouched by the heaviness of work. The children laugh somewhere in the back of the house, pretending to be kings and queens, their feet pattering on the dusty floor. One of them carries a tiny wooden toy ox you carved for him last winter. His laughter is soft and bright, like a candle flickering in a dark temple. Steady, warm, calm. You open the door slowly. It creaks slightly, and the cool air brushes your face like a mother's palm. Outside, the land lies in silence, broken only by the lazy call of a bird or the soft bray of a distant donkey. You walk barefoot on the warm, dusty ground, and it feels good under your feet. Solid, familiar, kind. You approach the fields, not to begin labor just yet, but simply to look. You see rows of barley growing tall, their heads nodding gently in the breeze, like they're greeting an old friend. The Nile glitters far away, its surface calm, reflecting the faint light like silver threads. You sigh, not from fatigue, but from contentment. This is your world, and it feels just right. Time moves differently here. There is no ticking clock, no pressing voice, no weight. Only the soft dance of shadows as the sun begins to rise. and the rhythm of your breath syncing with the ancient pulse of the land. You sit under the shade of a sycamore fig tree. It's wide and welcoming, its leaves whispering above you. You rest your head back against the trunk and feel the solid strength of it beneath you, older than memory, older than names. The gentle breeze brushes across your skin and plays with the edge of your linen shawl. The smell of tilled earth rises slowly as a neighbor in the distance begins to turn the soil with a wooden plow. His movements are slow, almost meditative, as though he too is caught in the lullaby of the morning. You close your eyes for a moment, and everything deepens. The warmth of the sun, the softness of the wind, the subtle weight of your body at rest. You hear only peaceful sounds, no voices raised, no noises clashing, just the slow breath of a world in balance. A bird lands softly near your foot, its feathers the color of sand and smoke. It tilts its head, studies you for a moment, and then hops away, unafraid. Even the animals here move with quiet trust. You begin to hum a melody passed down from your grandfather. No words, just a soft tune that matches the flow of the river and the rhythm of your life. It is not meant for anyone to hear. It is a lullaby for your soul, a cradle made of air and memory. And slowly, even though you are awake, a part of you begins to drift. Not away, but inward, into a space where time has no edge, and peace lingers like incense in a quiet temple. Your hands rest gently on your knees, your breath deepens, and the world fades into the simplest, gentlest form of being. Just here, just now, safe, still, at ease. The sun, now fully risen, spreads a warm, golden hush across the fields. Its light is not harsh, but soft, gently filtering through the haze, warming the earth, and touching your skin like an old friend's hand. There is a light breeze, steady and tender, that brushes through the papyrus reeds along the irrigation channels. The sound they make is a whisper, like stories being told by the wind itself. You are in the heart of the Nile Valley, where the land is generous and life moves with grace. Today is for planting, and your pace is slow, thoughtful, unhurried. You are never in a rush here. Time moves like the Nile, flowing gently, endlessly, without sharp turns or noise. The field feels soft beneath your feet, the earth freshly tilled by hand and oxen. You carry a woven basket filled with tiny seeds, each one holding the promise of food, family, and future. As you walk between the rows, you scatter them with a practiced rhythm, letting them fall through your fingers like grains of sand, light, even, and respectful. A boy walks beside you, your nephew perhaps, his hands sticky with dates, his face smeared with the smile of childhood. He hums a simple tune, something ancient and wordless. You let the sound wash over you. No need to speak. Just breathe in the smell of soil, fresh water, and warm sun. In the distance, other farmers call to one another, their voices low and calm, never shouting. A woman passes with a clay jar balanced on her head, walking as effortlessly as if she were gliding. She nods to you, and you nod back. Here, even greetings are unhurried. You rest a moment under a tree, letting the quiet soak into your skin. The tree is old, its bark like folded linen, its leaves like soft paper. You close your eyes and feel its presence like an ancient guardian, patient and wise. There are birds everywhere. Some flutter low over the crops, some perch on stones, some disappear into the reeds. Their wings beat softly, and their calls are like questions whispered into dreams. The Nile glimmers nearby, smooth and endless. You imagine touching its surface with the tip of your finger and feeling not just water, but history, stories, and stars. The river has seen it all. It has carried the dreams of your ancestors, and it carries yours too. You stand again, moving with the day, A clay pot of water sits shaded under a ledge. You drink slowly, letting the coolness coat your tongue and trickle down your throat like silk. You feel it settle in your belly, spreading calm and clarity. Later, you help gather reeds for roof repairs. They crack softly as you tie them in bunches, and their smell is sweet and earthy. The woman who owns the house offers you a fig. You take it with thanks, its skin warm from the sun, its taste honey-sweet. Inside, her home is shaded and simple, mats of woven palm, clay walls that hold the coolness, and little things that speak of love, a carved wooden comb, a painted pot, a necklace of shells. Everything here is made with care and used with gratitude. A gentle lull of drums begins to play somewhere in the village, not loud or hurried, just a quiet rhythm, like the beat of a heart in meditation. You sit on a low wall, watching the shadows stretch. The sky is beginning to turn the color of warm honey, then rose, then something between gold and sleep. You remember the prayer your grandfather whispered every evening. Thank you, sky, for shelter. Thank you, land, for food. Thank you, Nile, for life. You whisper it too, under your breath, just as the first evening star appears. You are safe, you are needed, you are home. Everything slows now, everything is soft, you close your eyes. And the earth keeps singing. The cool shade of the palm trees stretches long over the cracked earth as the sun shifts in the sky. You sit quietly, listening to the faint rustle of date fronds above you. The wind moves gently, soft as a whisper, carrying the dry warmth of the land and the distant scent of the Nile's waters. In your lap, a woven basket holds a few ripe figs and a handful of barley cakes wrapped in soft leaves. You slowly chew, savoring the familiar flavors. It's a simple meal, made with care, and it fills you with peace. All around, the land lies quiet, resting in the hush of the afternoon. The field is quiet now. No plows, no oxen, no tools clinking against stone, just stillness. A time for the earth to breathe, a time for your body to relax. You lean back, lying on a rolled mat made of reeds. Your arms fold behind your head. The sky above you is a pale, faded blue, barely stirring. Every once in a while, a small bird flickers across your view, silent wings fluttering. You watch it pass without thought, just feeling time slow down. Your thoughts begin to drift like the clouds above, soft and formless, wandering. You remember the morning mist rising over the canal, the way the sun glinted like gold upon the water. You remember the song your grandmother used to hum while grinding grain. Low, rhythmic, hypnotic. You remember the warm dust on your feet as you walked home in the evening, when the stars began to shine. You remember and you forget all at once. A soft breeze brushes your skin like silk, and your body sinks deeper into the mat. You feel the gentle weight of your eyelids, heavier now, inviting you to float a little farther from thought. In the village, everything is still. You hear only distant murmurs, the soft voice of an old woman talking to her goat, the click of a clay pot against a wooden counter, the sleepy cluck of hens settling in the dust. And then the lullaby of insects begins again, that faint background chorus that always seems to rise when the world slows down. It's like the land itself is singing, low, gentle, without beginning or end. You let yourself fall into it, eyes closed now, body still. Somewhere not far from you, a child giggles as they chase a beetle along the stone wall. You smile without opening your eyes. You remember when you used to do that too. Follow the little creatures through the weeds and wonder where they lived, what they thought. The fire is being lit near the center of the village. You hear the dry crackle of kindling, the first pop of burning twigs. A few voices rise softly, women gathering to share stories, to cook the evening meal. The scent of herbs begins to drift on the air. Fresh mint, dried thyme, maybe even a wisp of cinnamon bark saved for a special dish. It's not time to join them yet. It's still the hour of peace, of rest, of nothing. You imagine the Nile now, wide and dark and endless, flowing slowly beneath the moonlight. You picture the water moving gently, carrying the dreams of the people who live beside it. The river knows everything. The river remembers everything, and it tells no one, it just flows. You are like the river now, still, quiet, deep. Another breeze moves through, cooler this time. It slides beneath your tunic, along your arms, across your cheeks. The chill is soft, not sharp. It wakes you only slightly, enough to remind you how good it feels to be lying here, held by the earth. The stars begin to peek out, one by one. They blink slowly, lazily, as if waking from a nap. You can almost hear them yawning above you. You don't think about tomorrow. You don't need to. Tomorrow will come when it's ready. Tonight is all that matters. This moment, this breath, this stillness. Your heart beats steady. Your breath rises and falls, slow and soft. Everything is gentle. Everything is well. Everything is simple. You hear the quiet knock of pottery being set near the fire. A mother tells a bedtime story to her child, her voice low and musical. It's a story you've heard before, something about a jackal and the moon. But the words are fading now, melting into sound. And you're floating like the silt in the Nile when the water is calm, floating like the feathers of an ibis on the wind, floating like dreams. A soft hand brushes your shoulder. It's your sister, letting you know dinner will be ready soon. But you don't answer. You just breathe. She smiles, knowing you've drifted off again. She knows you like this part of the day, when the world feels hushed and ancient and kind. You turn slightly, nestling deeper into your mat. The stone beneath you is warm from the sun, and the air is cooling just right. You're not asleep yet, but sleep is close, curling around you like a soft wool cloth. The fire crackles again. The palm trees sway a little more. A pot bubbles gently. A voice sings something low and wordless. Everything around you says the same thing. You are safe. You are loved. You can rest. The day has become soft and golden. The sun leans lower, and the light changes, melting into amber. You've returned from the field. Your body feels tired, but in the most pleasant way. Used, stretched, satisfied. There's a peace in knowing that your work today was honest, simple, and good. You take off your sandals and sit by the small pool near your home. The water is still, catching the color of the sky. You dip your hands in. The coolness is a welcome contrast to the warm air that wraps around your shoulders. A gentle breeze comes and ruffles the leaves of a nearby date tree. The rustle is so soft, like whispers between the branches. You hear the low voices of your family from inside the house. They're preparing food, flatbread, some lentils, and a handful of figs. The scent of garlic and herbs carried in clay bowls fills the evening. It's the same meal you've had many times before. And yet, tonight it feels sacred. Ordinary things can be beautiful when they are quiet, when you notice them. A child laughs. The sound is light and clear, like water dripping into a basin. It echoes gently through the warm dusk. You rise slowly. Your joints feel the day's labor, but there's no pain, just a grounding heaviness. As you walk inside your mud brick home, you pass the old wall with painted symbols from your grandfather's time. You pause to touch them lightly, feeling the rough texture under your fingertips. This is where you belong. Inside, the oil lamp flickers. Its flame moves gently in rhythm with your breath. Shadows stretch long across the walls, not sharp or sudden, but smooth and slow, like dreams drifting through time. You sit beside your family on the floor, You eat slowly, quietly. The taste is simple and real. There's a calm in everyone's silence. You all know the rhythm of this life. You don't need to speak to understand each other. After dinner, someone plays a quiet rhythm on a small drum. Not for a performance, just a gentle beat to keep time with the night. The stars are just starting to peek through the dark velvet sky outside. You can feel them even if you can't see them yet. You lie down on your mat. The earth beneath you feels solid, dependable. You pull a light cloth over your body. The temperature has dropped just a little. It's pleasant, like nature is tucking you in. You close your eyes. In the distance you can hear the Nile. Just the softest rush. A hush that wraps around your thoughts and lulls them to stillness. The river has always been here. It has always carried life and dreams and stories. You begin to imagine one of those stories now. A farmer, just like you, living in another village long ago. His life is so similar. Planting, tending, waiting, trusting the rain and the river. He also sat under the same stars, beside the same fields. You feel connected to him, through the soil, the sky, the slow passing of seasons. Your breath slows. The room darkens further, until there is only the flicker of firelight and the feeling of your body slowly sinking into rest. The walls, the roof, the world outside, they all begin to drift away. There is only the feeling of comfort, of being cared for by the world itself. The ground cradles you. The breeze kisses your cheek. The night wraps itself around your heart like a warm cloth. You don't need to do anything now. You've already done enough. Sleep comes quietly, like a friend arriving barefoot in the night. You welcome it, you allow it, and you float. The warmth of the day has mellowed, and the golden light of the setting sun stretches across the land, painting everything in hues of amber and soft bronze. The Nile flows gently nearby, whispering over smooth stones, reflecting the soft glow of the descending sun. The air is thick with the scent of warm earth, dry straw, and baked loam. From the fields, the soft rustle of the wind moves through the barley, swaying the tall stalks in slow, deliberate rhythm. Birds chirp lazily from distant palm trees, as if preparing to rest. You and your family have returned from the day's work. The baskets of grain are stored in cool, shaded corners of the mud brick home. The tools, worn but reliable, are leaned gently against the wall, awaiting the next morning. The feeling of fulfillment lingers in the muscles. You worked with the land, and the land gave back. In the center of the courtyard, a small fire is lit. The flames crackle gently, their light casting dancing shadows on the walls. A clay pot simmers slowly over the fire, releasing a comforting aroma of herbs and lentils. Your wife hums a soft tune as she stirs, and your children sit nearby, watching the fire with half-closed eyes, lulled by the warmth and the gentle rhythm of family life. You sit on a low stool, your body relaxed, your back slightly bent forward. You stretch out your hands to the fire, feeling its gentle warmth seep into your skin. Your breath slows. The calmness of evening surrounds you. A neighbor passes quietly, offering a gentle nod. No words are needed, just peace. Inside the house, the small oil lamp flickers against the rough earthen walls. A woven mat lies rolled out. As you lie down, the simple cotton cloth over you, the world becomes still. You can hear your own breath now, slow, even, grounded. In the distance, a flute plays, a single, haunting melody. Perhaps it is a shepherd returning from the fields, or a traveler resting by the river. The notes rise gently into the sky, drifting like the scent of jasmine from a distant garden. And as you lie there, you think not of tomorrow, not of what needs to be done, but only of this moment, this quietness, this warmth, this life of rhythm and simplicity. Your fingers still smell faintly of the herbs you picked from the field. Your feet, though dusty, feel rooted, like the very trees that line the banks of the Nile. Your wife brings you a small cup of water, cool from the stone jug. You drink it slowly. The taste is clean, clear, drawn from the river that has nourished your people for generations. The stars have begun to appear, shy and soft at first. One by one, they claim the sky, and the great dark canopy above you is slowly filled with their glow. You can see Orion rising, just as your father used to point it out to you, and before him, his father did the same. A line stretching back through time like the river itself. In the quiet, a gentle breeze stirs the woven reed curtains. You hear the hoot of an owl in the palm grove. The fire outside dies down to glowing embers. The pot is empty now, but the warmth remains. You feel your eyelids growing heavier. The weight of sleep gently nudges you, like the slow rocking of a boat on calm waters. And before the dreams come, dreams of green fields, of the wide Nile, of quiet days and starry nights, you smile. Because life is simple here, life is full, life is peaceful. And now, you rest. Close your eyes now, and let your body begin to sink into comfort. Let each breath be slower, softer. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat, steady and calm. You're about to drift into the warm, golden dream of ancient Egypt, where the sun sets slow over the Nile, and time flows like the water. The fire near your home crackles softly as evening settles in. You sit quietly, feet resting on the cool earth, watching the last traces of golden light fade from the horizon. The palm trees sway gently, casting long, graceful shadows over the fields. Around you, the village is calm. A child laughs softly in the distance. A clay pot simmers near the fire. The scent of warm bread and earthy spices drifts through the air. Nearby, your neighbor hums a quiet tune while weaving. It's a lullaby passed down through generations, low and soothing, like a breeze through papyrus reeds. You tilt your head back and gaze at the night sky, a blanket of stars spread across the heavens. There are no city lights here, just the open, endless sky and its quiet company. Behind you, your home of mud brick and thatch is simple but peaceful. Inside, soft mats and linen await you. A cat purrs lazily in the corner. Life is slow here, predictable, comforting. The chores of the day are done. The wheat threshed, the goats fed, the water drawn. Now, the world is quiet. Your muscles loosen. The tension of the day dissolves. You feel the gentle embrace of night. In the distance, the river glimmers under moonlight. The Nile, lifeblood of your land, moves with a hush, like the breath of the earth itself. You remember walking its banks this morning, watching white ibises take flight, their wings catching the dawn. A breeze stirs, rustling the dry grasses and carrying with it the deep scent of the land, of dust and damp clay, of fig trees and thatched roofs warmed by the sun. The fire before you burns low. The flames are gentle now, barely rising, glowing soft orange and gold. Your eyes feel heavy. The world blurs slightly around the edges. The sounds are hushed, distant, slow, wrapped in the quiet rhythm of night. Your thoughts drift like leaves on water. You remember the stories the elders told, of gods and goddesses who walked among men, of the great pyramids, of the sun's sacred journey. Here, those stories don't feel distant. They feel like echoes from just beyond the horizon, always near. You lie back slowly, letting your body find the earth's cool support. The stars above twinkle softly. A small smile plays on your lips. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. You are home. Peace settles into your bones, a calm you didn't know you needed. You breathe in, long and full, and let it go. Sleep is close, and as your eyes close fully now, the fire flickers, and the ancient world continues around you. Always calm, always still, always waiting to welcome you back. Good night, gentle soul of the Nile. You dream now. The stars above shift and swirl, and you find yourself walking beside the Nile. But it's not quite the same Nile. This is a dream river, silver and glowing, winding through fields of gold and sapphire. Figures rise in the distance, tall, graceful shapes in linen and lapis, faces serene and wise. They nod to you, welcoming you silently into this sacred space. These are not people of your village, but timeless beings, guardians of memory and myth. A gentle ibis flies overhead, its wings like moonlight. It leads you to a quiet grove where a lotus pond reflects the constellations. The air hums with silence, full and deep, as though the gods themselves are dreaming alongside you. You kneel at the water's edge. The lotus blossoms open slowly, one by one, glowing softly like lanterns. You feel your chest rise and fall with the rhythm of the pond, your breath sinking with this stillness. One blossom floats toward you, luminous and white. You touch it, and in that moment, you remember something ancient, a truth from long ago, that you are made of the same dust as the pyramids, the same fire as the stars, the same water as the sacred Nile. You are not alone, you are held, by time, by the land, by this dream. The figures in the distance begin to fade, walking back into light. The dream is ending, but their presence lingers, like incense in the air. You begin to rise, slowly, gently, and as you do, the silver Nile fades to black. The stars blink out, one by one, but the peace stays with you. Even as morning nears, you carry the ancient calm in your breath, your heartbeat, your bones. Sleep deeply, traveler of dreams. Egypt watches over you, always.